us do.
Don't sense.
Subconsciously, they may know.
It's the men that don't know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You already see when a woman try to go for like be the president. You already see they get shot down. So it's like it's already shows you that men's supposed to be a ruler.
This is the law, and guess what? Let you run and read these verses to the woman and say, look,
They're gonna leave.
Look, sweetheart, yeah, this is what's right? Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefastness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Right, you see? So the scriptures tell you that it wasn't, you could say, Adam's fault. Adam went off, but the cause, the reason Adam went off. And I'll tell you this, everything goes back to Esau, the serpent. It's all his fault.
Yeah.
When we get mad at our women, it's really the white man's fault, because he gave them power to do this. And because women are the weaker vessels, as the scripture says, and they're really basically overgrown children. They're like in the playground in America. Ooh, I could just be a whore. I can do all this and do all that. You're supposed to keep your children in straight. Like the scriptures tell you that foolishness is the sport to a child. They don't know what's right or wrong. They think running the street. You got to be the one to say, look, that ain't true. Huh?
Whose fault is that? Go back to the man, because it's the man's household. God told man to teach your wife at home.
Right.
So if I'm a teacher and the kids leave her dumb, who called him the teacher, right? The man is supposed to be the teacher of the woman. So if she leaves the house not knowing,
let's say that's
it's my fault.
But do you have
who fought him?
But who has the power? Do you have the power
to
teach what's right and what's wrong?
Yes.
No, listen.
No, I'm saying listen.
Not
just like y'all out here teaching.
Not 100%. You don't have the power.
I'm just saying, but listen.
You do.
This is what
but
you guys
100%.
gonna do. If a woman come out here, y'all ain't gonna let that woman tell y'all no foolishness on his word, is you?
Hell no.
Thank you. That's what's supposed to happen at the crib.
We're gonna go to the scripture, but listen. What I'm trying to say is,
I don't want to hear that.
We don't have the power, fully. Like that's why when a woman
you have the power at your house, though.
Okay, check this out.
At your house,
the government owns your children, man.
Yeah,
the government owns your children.
Who?
The government.
The government owns other folks.
You gotta.
Hey, can I ask him a question?
You got a tax on holding your child in the hospital. You gotta pay to hold your child in the hospital.
Hey, brother, can I ask you a question?
Well, because we have to go by the laws.
Yeah.
We have to follow their laws.
Right.
But okay, we understand that. But that ain't got nothing to do with what I teach my kid and what my kid is gonna do and what my wife is gonna do in my place.
Okay.
And if every man did that, because when they leave here, see, because they're not hearing that nowhere but between us. But when they go out of society, these dumb men accepted them the way they are. They touching on their little booty like that. But if every man was teaching what we were teaching, it'll be different.
Yeah, but most of our men was raised by single mothers. Like that's what the brother was trying to tell you.
God ain't giving you no excuse for that. God ain't giving you no excuse for that.
It's a curse because
I know.
If they don't know what's right, if they never gave an opportunity what's right or what's wrong.
That's why God using us, man. That's why God using us to do what we do.
The Lord calls certain men to wake up out of that. Hey, most of the brothers up here grew up with single mothers, and we can attest that it's not good.
And then the word ain't for everybody, no way. God, it ain't meant for everybody to get
right.
Some of us don't even know who our father is. So who you blame for that?
But see, me, I didn't learn from my father because my father was a damn good man, but he didn't teach none of that. I seek that myself.
Right.
So the bottom line, you got to seek that yourself because we know stuff, but we still got that slave and ignorant mentality as black folks. Just like motherfuckers out here
and if
killing us and we out here steady marching. You been marching since the shit ain't changed yet. Who does that? Who gonna touch fire and keep getting burned?
An Israelite?
Right. We got an ignorant mind of thinking, man.
But the source of all of it all goes back to Esau.
We know that. See, we know that.
Okay.
But see, when I tell them that, they don't want to hear because they look at me as if I'm racist. Nigga, God's racist. God didn't like dads either. God said I love Jacob, but I hate Esau.
Right.
So you got to teach that word. I'm keeping it 100 with dads. I ain't playing no games with them. Period.
Right.
I don't care who you is.
I got two more. I got two.
And that's how we gotta do. You know, don't play no games with them. And that's the problem. My men playing games with them when they cry, worry about your feelings. God said, don't give a damn about your thoughts.
That's that King of Heaven, Queen of Heaven worship.
Yeah.
You know,
We can't care about your thoughts, and that's the problem. We got too many people caring about the way I don't care about your feelings.
Never.
I don't want to fuck with you. Get in with God. He don't make the way I'm going to do.
Right. Yeah, but that's what the Lord doing now. Like the Lord causing the real men to wake up.
And that's when the world going to end. Like he told him, he said all these disasters going to happen, but I'm coming back when my people hear my word. So like say, hopefully, you know, like say, I'm glad y'all are doing it. I saw y'all doing it. I looked at that. I'm like, yeah, they doing the right thing out here.
Hold on, I got something. This 1 Corinthians 11:1. And it reads, it says, be ye followers of me, even as I am also am of Mashiach, Yahushai. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Mashiach, the most Mashiach Yahushai, is Yahweh, the Most High God.
Right.
So that's the order, right?
That's the order, but see, ain't no men teaching a woman that, so that's why they ain't listening. Yeah. They don't know that. We know that, but the women do not know that.
What you're saying is a man ought to vet a woman if she's with his program or whatnot, and then you can incorporate what your plan is on the woman. And then you can have a household where you can teach the woman things and she'll teach the child things. But what you're saying is, that's how it's supposed to be. But more often than not, you do not see that right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they got the liberty to.
The black woman's waiting. Well, some of them are waiting for the so-called black women to grab their nuts and respect the power and to be on that level. Some are and some not. You know what I'm saying?
But our households are out of order because men.
It's all by design, though.
That's what I'm saying. But that ain't no excuse.
That is an excuse. Hey, but that's the so-called white man, though. But that's the so-called white man.
But when you tell your woman that most women ain't listening, but most men ain't man enough to tell a woman.
Okay, true.
But we know that, though.
See, this is why the households are broken up. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because a man, the woman respects a pastor more than she respects her husband. Wow. She won't cuss around her husband, because she don't know the truth. Because ain't nobody teaching the truth. We ain't doing our job.
Wicked, bro. You can't.
But when you try to teach the truth, then what? When you try to teach the truth, they don't want it. They don't want the truth. They don't want the truth.
Are you married? Y'all married?
No. We know women don't want the truth.
Okay, well I'm just saying. But if y'all was married, what would you be teaching in your house?
Brothers got.
Teach my women order.
Obedient to the word.
Now.
Thank you.
When you tell them,
hold on,
bro.
Because
she still go off though.
Huh?
She still go off. She not perfect.
We ain't supposed to be perfect because, like the scriptures say, we ain't supposed to be perfect. Now the flesh can't do good by God. That's why you gotta have the Holy Spirit in you.
But when you tell
that's
the woman,
what convicts you when you do something wrong.
Okay, when you tell the woman the truth,
but you don't let her be out of order, do you?
Okay, check. Just like you did.
Thank you.
Just like you did, you put her out, right?
What I'm saying.
Just like you did, you put her out, right? So when you reach out, I mean, you put her away. When you tell a woman, you say, look, woman, this is the truth. Let me give you the scripture. And they say, I ain't gonna do all that. Then what?
Well, it's the way you bring it to them because all you doing as a man is this. As a man, I'm saying, as a man, is this what our men are supposed to be?
Hey, but look,
we know our job.
My woman still smoke though.
We know that already.
We know that
my woman still smoke though.
We know the duty.
I said, my woman still smoke though.
Why she figure she can still smoke?
She got demons on her. Yeah, she got demons on her. I still lay down the law, but at the end of the day, she like women are natural reprobates though.
So what are you saying? You're saying the woman can order. What are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying
They gotta
is
be
this:
made to follow.
they need to be taught to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's what we doing now.
They go back to their mama and.
No, don't go back to his mom. It goes back to the husband. God told her to submit unto your husband.
But if your
as you
parents
do
not
unto the
preparing you
Lord.
to be submissive like that, then they gonna.
But as a
we gonna
husband,
bring
she
some
ain't got no option. You got to teach what God told you to do, right? I don't give a damn what she do.
I see what you're
I'm
saying.
doing my job.
I'm see what you're saying, but our point is when we reach out.
I know what you're saying. They don't. They
and
don't
they
wanna
say
hear.
no, then it's the hell with them. It's the hell with them. Because
Because
it's still not a man's fault. They
I'm
chose not to
saying,
do it.
but see, y'all talking
Gotta-
y'all talking about society. We talking about in your house.
Same thing.
Your
brother.
wife ain't gonna
Same
have
thing.
that though.
Hey, I got
Yeah, I got some.
I
We're
got
gonna
a
bring
quick
out
one.
some
I got a
scripts
quick
now.
one.
Go ahead.
Want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. It goes back to the Lord. This is Psalms 127, verse 1. It says, "A song of the decrees for Solomon. Except the Lord build the house, they labor vain that build it." So you could try to build up your house all day. If it's not, it's up to the Lord. The Lord has to put that spirit on. You can teach her this all day.
Your relationship with the woman is based on the faith. The faith the Most High has you to the amount of time the Lord wants you to deal with it. It's not up to you. You can teach her all this and that, but it's up to the Lord for faith.
But
If
see,
she leaves you or not,
but
you
see that,
put her out.
but that's the same thing. It don't mean that you don't sit your butt at home and don't try to teach her.
Of course
That's
you
what I'm
can.
saying.
Of course you can.
That's what I'm saying. They're not teaching at all. Men don't know.
It can be vain.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
If you
but how they
know,
gonna teach if they don't know though?
But see, that's
that's
the
what I'm
2/3
saying.
anyway.
They don't give you a pass though.
Right,
Just like the white schools we go to. Okay, when you take your butt to school, they ain't teaching you black history. But is that your fault that a lot of these people don't know that the Statue of Liberty was a black lady? The first president was on the $2 bill.
It's not.
Whose fault is that?
Hey, that's a
You see
lie.
what I'm saying?
It sure is hell.
That's a lie.
I'm just saying. I'm saying.
I see what you're saying, but
What you saying?
it's
What you saying?
In Babylon.
What?
It was
What?
bronze or something like that.
What?
Statue of Liberty, bronze at first.
Yeah, it came here symbolizing freedom. I'm saying.
check this
That's
out.
what it's for. They don't know the purpose of this.
because when I went to school my whole life, they didn't teach me this. They didn't even
the
teach
chain
me.
is still on.
They didn't teach me Black Wall Street. They didn't teach me none of that. Is that my fault? No, they withheld it from me. But then when I got the knowledge, because it was my elders that taught me, Apostle Tahar in particular, then I said, oh man, them damn devils, they kept these things from us.
Well, they are the devil or something else, but they won't believe you when you tell, not just women, men too. They don't believe that when you say who's the devil and all that, but they need to be taught. They ain't been taught. You can't just say it. You have to show them in that
We
Bible.
understand that, but what we're trying to tell you is that according to the scriptures, man, these women,
I already know that.
they ain't gonna get it.
I already know
Okay,
it.
so if you
It's
know they
only
ain't
for
gonna
that-
get it,
It ain't her. So a lot of people
It's
ain't
only
gonna
for
get
the
it. It ain't
elect
for
though.
them.
Exactly.
The majority of men and women won't get it.
Right.
Thank you. It's not for them.
Okay. Wisdom
It's
of
only
Solomon
for the
4:1.
elect.
It don't give
Check
you
this
a
out.
pass.
Wisdom
of Solomon 4:1.
that one too, right?
They still gonna be judged though.
Wisdom of Solomon 4:1. Better it is to have children, Salakia. Better it is to have no children than to have virtue. For the memorial thereof is immortal, because it is knowledge, Salakia, known with Yahweh and with man.
Right, and it's another one where it says, I think it's in the book of Sirach. It pretty much says, better, let me find it real quick. I'll be sure.
Can I pull this quick one?
Yeah, y'all say the same thing, but like I say, just all I'm saying is this: just like we're out here teaching, we're held accountable. To teach out here is the same as home. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying you make nobody do nothing, but us as men, if you got a wife, you better be teaching at home. That's all I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
And if
so
she don't
if
get
not,
it-
it's our fault.
and if she don't get it,
Just
she can
to-
walk. If she
I
don't get
understand.
it, she can walk.
Thank you.
And also
That's all I'm
said
saying.
It's up to you.
We on the same.
That's all I'm saying.
We on the same page, but
Yeah.
we acknowledge that
That's-
the
that's
system.
all I'm saying.
We acknowledge that women really are just children, okay? And the system
Men
is
too.
set up, but the system
It
is
ain't
set
just
up.
them.
The system is set up to reward them to go off. The system doesn't
Exactly.
reward the man for not doing his duty. The system punishes the man for being the man, right?
Yeah.
The system reward a woman for not being a woman,
Well,
and them being the weaker vessel.
Because the system know that this woman ain't got a fucking chance without a man. See, most blacks think they locked up because of racism. No, they locking your ass up because they know her way to get to God is through your motherfucking ass. That's
Exactly.
why all black
They
men
know
are
they
locked
know to
up.
destroy the
That's why the house
household.
will break
They know to get to you, they gotta go through your woman, right? So they
That's why there ain't gonna be that many in heaven.
So they
You know,
set
that's
her
why it's
up-
gonna be
right.
just certain amount of 104 because hey, you can see it.
I got one. The back of this Sirach 16:3. It says, I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons." Because no matter how hard you teach your woman or your children the right way, they can still go off and be wicked. Is that your fault? That's not your fault, right? Because you gave it to them. I'm gonna keep going. It says, "Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly." So just because you have a child and you train him the right, but he still go off and be wicked or nigga, that's not your fault. That's not the man's fault.
No.
Because you did your part.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
good.
so I'm not saying that. what
know what
I
you're saying.
said is we ain't teaching, period.
I know what you're saying.
Period, and it's our
Hey, but
fault.
we are.
Because
We are.
we give people, we give the women pass. We
Right.
give them passes nowadays.
That's because they simps.
They like no, but it's the weak man.
That's
They
'cause,
like
yeah, they
pussy so
simps.
much that they will let these women do what they want to do just to get it.
Exactly. The white man knows that.
Huh?
You know.
Thank you.
Hey, but the
Women
men of the
talk
Lord
to
ain't
them
doing
in
that
kind of
though.
ways.
Hey, we not doing that though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
Yeah,
hey,
those
the
are
main
good.
parents to
That's what
blame
I'm
too,
saying.
because you got a lot of simps out here. You right? We on the same page. We just don't excuse this woman for her wickedness because though they got the knowledge and though they get punched in the face for doing evil, they still continue to do it because they follow power. We ain't got no power. They're like, why should I follow you? You just a nigga. I can follow the white man, you know, and get benefits and rewards. So it's still F them too because, you know, I mean, you got some righteous ones out there. You got some sincere ones out there. But because Esau has given them these opportunities to go off, they take it and run with it. So they're part of the blame too. Hey,
Instead of taking, Salaki, not to cut you out, instead of taking the resources and building your household up with them, like you're not in league with them, like the scriptures say, use the world, don't abuse the world. You can take a little, you know, if they're gonna give you some benefits, but you build your household with them.
Thank
you.
You.
Know
And
what
that's like I
I'm
say, my kids,
They don't be
17 and 20, they got their own business. They write grants for, you know, they got their own bounce house business. They got cooking business. He does the cooking with the top chef in the country.
They
You
know
know,
they
so he
Israel?
came back here and got their own stuff.
do they know they Israel?
Huh? Yeah,
do they have-
yes, they read. My boys,
Okay.
they have a choice.
Okay, that's
Thank you. They
good.
know the Bible from the beginning and just like I know this. If this was one of them, 17, he'll be telling the same thing I'm telling you.
That's good. But to say we decided one of them to go and be a sinner, is that your fault? That's not your fault.
No.
So it's not the man's. It's
See,
not always
see,
the man's
you did
fault.
your job.
Yeah, see, and they're not gonna do that.
What you had?
See, because we said that. I said my 17 down first. You know, we went through that Bible from the beginning to the end. You know, my other son went that. Then I got him set him down. We do this all the time. I got a video of my son. That's what they do now. They teaching. They. It was amazing. He teaching his woman the word, and he was what 17 years old. They sitting there have Bible study, you know, and put the video on. You know, I'm like, man, that's what
Okay,
it's
you're
about.
blessed. You're blessed.
That's what it's about.
But
you
I
know?
gotta ask you something though.
And they be calling their friends and be talking to me, and we talk
Okay.
about this word here, man.
I gotta ask you something though. Who do you? I guess who you listen to? Like a group, Israelite group you listen to?
For who?
Like an Israelite group? The name of a group you listen to?
I don't see too many of them. Like I said, I see y'all out here, and I
Okay.
saw just happened to see y'all thing. See, this is how I got into it. I'm gonna tell you how I learned this shit. I was in the military.
Right.
See, I was 17. I had a heart attack at 17.